hello. Some of you joined me for making tomato soup and getting it canned up, and that's what we're finishing right now. Yeah, so you can hang out in my kitchen if you want to see how to make and can up the tomato soup. So earlier we cored the tomatoes, we squeezed the seeds, we threw them through the food processor, and then we strained out all of the seeds and any remaining bits of skin. And then it has been simmering down in our soup pot for, I guess, an hour or so now, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. And you can really do this part to your liking, right? So thinner, thicker soup, whatever you want to do, it's all good. But I tasted mine. I poured a little out. Boom, bada, boom. It is ready for the basil. And I'm also going to put in just a little bitty bit of sugar. So let's do that right now. I'm not going to add any more salt. The seasonings I put in were tablespoon of regular salt, tablespoon of celery salt, tablespoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, tablespoon of oregano, and then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons, skip that, 2 tablespoons of white sugar. You can skip that part if you want to. Some people like that it softens kind of the edge of the flavor of the tomato, but you can absolutely leave that part out. And then I've got my fresh basil from the garden, kind of just torn into pieces. We're going to add that in as well, and we're only going to cook it for like another few minutes or so. So not long at all. I am so excited to have tomato soup with grilled cheese tonight. Woo! There is that. And here goes our basil. Oh my gosh, it smells so crazy amazing. I just can't handle it. Okay. So we're going to give that a few more minutes. Hey! Good to see you again, Granny. I do not know how to make beef curry, but I'm always down to learn. My glass jars are in the oven. They are nice and warm. I'm going to turn on the burner for my water bath canner. Maybe. There it goes. That should come up. I've got the rest of my supplies. I would love to be able to travel, and believe me, I'd like to be anywhere else than the United States right now. So for my canning supplies, what I got are my little funnel and a ladle. I like to put my soup into pint jars because I'm one person and that makes one meal for me. I have got a little bitty dish of vinegar for wiping our rims. Speaking of rims, that could have gone a wrong way. I have got clean, wide mouth canning lids from Ball. I like Ball. They always work pretty consistently for me. We no longer have to soak these in hot water, but sometimes the habit just habits, and I do it anyway, but that's okay. You don't have to. What else do I got? I have my grabber for my bowls. What else do we need? Ooh, and I got my elf gloves for handling hot stuff. So we should be good to go. Let me have another little. Oh my God, like I just can't wait. I got fresh garlic bread from the bakery and some really lovely Gouda, so I'm going to make a grilled cheese. I am in the U.S. I am in New York State, Western New York State. Okay, I am going to start pulling the jars out while this is getting nice and hot. You want to know about my school time in the 90s? What? I don't know. What else do we need to talk about when it comes to canning? We need to talk about headspace. We need to talk about headspace on the jars. Since we're using pint jars, I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch headspace. And before the lids and the rings go on, we're going to make sure we've got no bubbles. So I use a chopstick. Even though it's soup and you really shouldn't have to worry about bubbles, I do anyway. I get some rings. Sisters. I think we might get about 6 pints, but maybe not that much. Puli, where are you from? I want to give it a go. Move this over and take it off the heat. It smells so freaking good. Pull this over. There we go. I used to, I've been to India twice for work. Bengaluru? I'm not saying that right. I think we here would say Bangalore. Anyway, it was beautiful and wonderful. I had purple hair at the time, and so, good morning. And so I was a bit of a standout, if you will. Especially when, like, we went touring to historical sites and things like that. I think there were a lot of folks who took pictures of me, but I loved it. I absolutely love traveling to India. I would love to go back at some point. Unfortunately, I worked more than I got to, like, see, play, and do things, but what I did, I absolutely loved. So I don't know how close that is to where you are, but there you go. All right, let's get our jars. Okay. Also, if you have a dishwasher, so I just pulled these hot jars out of the oven. That is one way to sterilize them. But if you have a dishwasher, I don't have a dishwasher in this house. If you have a dishwasher at home, there's usually like a sanitation setting that you can use. And you can just throw your jars on the top rack, and that will wash them, sanitize them, and keep them warm. So, like, set your dishwasher to when you're going to be canning, and it's just going to sterilize them, and they'll be all ready. That I miss having a dishwasher for that. So, hot foods into hot jars. The problem is, it wouldn't be a problem getting me there. The problem is my own country probably wouldn't take me back. So I have a feeling a lot of us Americans, especially the liberal Americans who don't like what's happening to our country, I don't think a lot of us are going to be traveling around out of country anytime soon. Get yourself one of these cute little funnels. If you're going to can, they're a lifesaver. We're just going to fill each jar. There we go. I tell you what, you start making and canning your own food, and like, this is tomato basil soup. Sorry, I didn't fill in the blanks. But like the minute you start growing your own fruits and vegetables, making your own food, canning up yourself, all of a sudden the stuff that you buy from the store just isn't like cool anymore. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't taste as good. I started this live earlier this afternoon kind of on a whim. And we stopped once we had all of the soup together because this soup pan reduced by like a third, you know, and that took a good hour and a half. So when I went live earlier, I was much more on top of it, purposeful. This time, like, I forgot to add a title and a picture and all the things. So tomato basil soup is what we're canning up. This is the kind of music we listened to when I was in high school. That was a long fucking time ago. Don't stop, make them hit it. Everything's organic. I don't use any pesticides or chemical fertilizers. I can't speak for what the person who used the farm, who lived at the farm before me did, but I don't do that. So for the soup, this particular batch anyway, I used about 14 pounds of tomatoes from my garden. And for spices, for a batch this big, 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of cracked black pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of celery salt, and then about 2 cups of fresh basil. That's what's in here. Don't stop, bang 'em, hit it. Granny, is this Scarlett's first day of school? No tomato sauces? No tomato soup? No? I love tomato sauce, tomato soup. I love all of it. Okay. I'm just going to fill Wednesday. No, not at all. Okay, that's okay. To each their own. Okay, let me get you closer, and I am going to just show you where we're at for headspace size. Okay, so I am not uniform right now with all of the headspace. This one's a little too full, this one's a little less full. So at this point, I just take a spoon and I kind of even out all the headspace. It's important to leave that 1/2 inch because when it starts canning, that barrier is what allows the oxygen to, kind of be sucked out and make that lid really stick. And then I do have a little bit of soup left in the pan, but that's my dinner, so. I got a lovely Gouda. I'm going to make a beautiful grilled cheese sandwich. Ooh! I'm excited. I ate a lot of biryani when I was in Bengaluru. I loved curried cauliflower, curried potatoes. I loved eating that. I look like a girl who likes to eat new things, right? We're going to dip it in your vinegar. This is just a little bitty white vinegar in a bowl. You're going to dip your little cloth in there. And you're just going to wipe around each rim, just the top of each rim. We're going to make sure, it just makes sure that the lid of the glass is super, super, super clean. I live in the middle of nowhere, ma'am. But we do need restaurants out here because the choices we have out in the country are they're not great. I don't think they're owned by people who love to cook. You know what I mean? Okay. So we have done the vinegar. Now we're going to put our clean lids on and then our bands. I'm just careful not to touch the seal part. Absolutely, Granny. You know it. I want to try all the things. I love all the things. I love all the peoples. I love all the countries. I love all the colors. The more variety, the absolute better. When we know and love more about each other, we're just all fucking connected. Back that ass up. Okay, now we're going to put lids on. When we screw these on, we're not wrenching it on. No, I'm keeping it here in my house to feed us through the winter. I have such a large batch of tomatoes, and because our growing seasons are really short here compared to other areas of the world closer to the equator, we grow a lot in a very short period of time, and then we can it and make our own stuff that we can eat throughout the winter. This soup's for me, baby. I have one neighbor about an acre or two that way, but she likes Trump, and so we're not friends. We don't get along. And my next neighbor on the other side is a church camp for kids, so they're not even there most of the year. Baby, I am lucky. Okay, so here's what I mean. You're going to put your lid on, and you're going to, just fingertip tight. You're not going to wrench it on, right? You don't want it super tight. Just, to where you feel resistance, and then you're done. Fingertip tight. Fingertip tight. Fingertip tight. One more. Always use new lids. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that just a beautiful color? Love it. Love it. Okay. I'm going to bring you in. Now we're just getting them all in the water. If you want to learn more about the farm and what I do here, you can follow me. I am onemellowmarigold. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm fun. Try to let them not touch. Damn girl fun. Here we go. All 6 fit. And then you want to make sure you have at least 2 inches of water on top of the jars. Thank you, Granny, for agreeing. Here's my angle. My angle on to my dogs. Hilda, thank you so much. I'm adding just a little bit more water. Hey, honey. Come. There we go. And then that's it. So we leave it in the... Oh, hi. You guys want to see my doggy? Come here, baby. This is my dog, Hilda. She's a miniature dachshund. She's old and we love her. She's very loud and she kills lots and lots of mice. Right? So the soup is in the water bath canner now, and we're gonna let it come up to a boil. And as soon as the lid starts we're gonna set a timer for 35 minutes. Pints can sit in the water bath canner for 35 minutes, and then I just turn the burner off and let the water come down naturally. And then you take them out, and as long as you hear the little tops go ping, you've done it. You've canned up yourself some soup, and it'll last up to 2 years, if not a little bit longer. Yeah, they're so cute. Isn't she adorable? I love her so much. Back it up. Wiggle with it. Stop. I'm going to put a few of my spaces away here and make a little room. Oh! You also put a little bit of vinegar in the water. That's a chemistry thing, and I don't understand the chemistry thing. I was not a chemistry girl. Hi! Want to say hi? No, you don't want to. Put that to the side, and this to the side. I do too. There is like no win that even if I didn't have heat, if I didn't have power, if I couldn't make a fire, whatever, I can open up a can of soup, have it feed my belly, give me vitamins, give me nutrients, give me hydration, and I don't have to worry about anything else being on, you know? Even the chilies and the soups and the stews and the everything else I make. That's what vinegar is. CH3COOH. Okay. So my basic understanding, is that you put the vinegar in the water so that the metal on the rings like doesn't get chalky. And I feel dumb saying it like that because I don't know what is chemically happening in there. Oh my my God, you think the 90s is the golden time of humanity. Oh my Lord. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. Well, I've got a U.S. perspective, I guess. There were lots of things in the U.S. that were horrible for people in the 90s. The AIDS crisis was beating the hell out of gay people, and our government chose to shove people to the side instead of dealing with it, right? And just lie and act like it wasn't a thing. Gay people weren't allowed to get married. Not good. I don't even know. When were interracial couples able to get married in the U.S.? The 70s? Was that like 73? Or maybe was it not until the 80s? Like for me, I was a Gen X kid who was in high school in the 90s, and we grew up with feral parents who cared very little about what you did day to day. You know, we didn't have babysitters. We just stayed home when they went out. We maybe got help with our homework occasionally. You had to, if you wanted to make it out of whatever life you were in, you had to study really hard and get there. But then you find out that the world of capitalism is horrible, and just working hard won't make life better. So then you spend the 2000s going to therapy and figuring out why the 90s screwed you up so bad. And now we're here. And now we've done the therapy, and individually life is better. But I don't know if I would agree it's the golden age of humanity. I've heard this about vinegar being good for digestion. I think people, some people, I don't, but I could be convinced. Am I a communist? Uh-oh. I don't know. I would not consider myself a communist. I probably would consider myself a progressive socialist, though. I'm one of those crazy ladies who thinks everyone deserves food, clothing, and shelter. Oh no! Scandalous! Hi, you want something? This is my second doggy. This is Oliver. He's bigger, but he's a miniature dachshund too. He doesn't like the camera. Oh, goodness gracious. What a lovely thing to say. When I dip, you dip, we dip. All right. Since we're waiting for this and you guys are hanging out, we're going to make a grilled cheese too. So I got two different kind of good cheeses. I have an aged Havarti and I have a Gouda. We're going to open these bad boys up. Dip, you dip, we dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Gouda is a lovely cheese. Lots of flavor, but lovely and nice and meltable. I'm freaky like that. It is like a kid. That's okay. I'm outside in the garden just about all day, every day. This is the easiest way to keep my hair intact under my hat and out of my face. Do you know what I really love doing when I visited India? Some of the younger kids at the company that I worked for took me to a karaoke bar. Oh my God, what a hoot. It was so fun. Everybody was just having really like the best time, chilling out. You know, it's not like in America where everybody's at the bar just getting totally wasted. It was really a good time. All right, so I got some slices of Gouda. And then I'm going to slice up a little Havarti. There's nothing like a little Havarti in your party. Ooh, is this lovely. Okay. Cheese. Cheese. Your grandma does? Yay. Love it. No hateration. Okay. Got some fresh bread. Someday I will get good at making my own. Bread and butter on both sides. Both grandmas? Oh my God. I am not a grandma, but I'm probably older than I look. And I freaking love that. So let's dance for me. And like real butter, you know, use real butter. Both sides, front and back. It's important. That's how you get it crispy. I'm gonna heat up my little pan. I'm gonna get a bowl for my soup. I do too, Granny. Cheese. Great source of protein. Great for filling the belly. I do love music very much. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this dinner. Okay. Ooh. And while we're getting ready to do the grilled cheese, the stock pot is steaming. You can see the steam trying to push up the edges. So we know we can start our timer. Crack the lid. And because I'm using pint jars, I'm going to do it for 35 minutes. No, she just likes chicken. She's just a chicken girly. Okay. I'm going to put my first bread down, butter side, because you got it on both, and we're going to put our cheese and then the second. Go. Ooh, and if you hear it sizzle, you're doing it right. And piece number 2 on top. My name's Casey. You can call me Casey. Hey, Renreen. Sorry, I put together your first and last name. I started saying more. It didn't work. I'm Casey. Hi. Who was I just looking for? That's it. I can already see the cheese on my sandwich starting to melt a little bit. You gotta wait until it's golden brown on one side. Okay, we're gonna do it. Yeah! Nice and golden brown. Don't settle for non-golden brown grilled cheese. Get me a little plate. There we go. Thank you. Does Granny, does Scarlett like does she like want meat at every meal, and is it always just chicken, or does she like beef, steak, and whatever else too? Oh, good melty cheese, come on. When are you doing up at 3 in the morning? Oh my gosh. Honey. Can you not sleep? Or is this like, don't tell me you get up at 3 in the morning for work or school. Okay. Let's take a peek. Come on. It's going to be so freaking beautiful. Woo! I'm going to let it cool down a little bit before I take a bite, or it's going to like... Okay, and then this is like, you need sleep, honey. You need sleep. Then you take your grilled cheese and you dip it in your tomato soup. That's the way you go it. You do it. Tomato soup. Oh my God! It is so freaking good. Holy shit. So good. This is like, this is everything. This is... Fresh baked bread, meltable amazing cheese, organic tomato soup from my own garden. This is fucking it. This is so good. And now we're gonna have 6 pints of soup. Yeah, I wish I could send you some, girl. Tell us what you're studying. Ooh, I didn't mean to misgender you either. I use she, her. I didn't mean to say girl if you're not girl. I need you to follow my page and message me and tell me when you do. Tell me how it goes. Oh my God. I'm so happy. I don't mean to be just eating here in front of you. Like, hey, watch me eat my dinner. But I can't stop. It's too good. Hello. I was just eating my grilled cheese. Soup is all canned up. It's in the water bath canner. 27 more minutes for that to be done, and in the meantime, I made myself one hell of a grilled cheese. Come on. Oh my gosh. I think I want to have another sandwich. I think you need to sleep. I know studies are really important. They are. But you also need to sleep. Important. Beautiful. Thick and creamy. Oh my gosh. There you go, friends. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. When the timer goes off in a half hour, I'm going to use my little grabber and my glove to pull them out. I turn the burner off and I wait for it to stop boiling. But I use this, grab them out, put them on a hot towel. It doesn't have to be a hot towel, just kidding. Just put them on a towel. They are going to be hot. Put them on a towel is what I was going for. And as the canning cools, you're going to hear a little ping, a little ping. And if you hear the ping, you know you did it. You did a good job. It's sealed up really nice. If you don't hear the ping, you're going to wait overnight because sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it also pings while it's in the machine. But you're going to check it in the morning because it can really take, technically it can take like 24 hours for the canning lids to seal. So you check it again in the morning and you're going to try to pry off the lid. And if the lid pries off, then you just got to eat the soup right away, call it a day. But if you heard that ping, that lid is going to be impossible to take off, you know you did it. You can just put it on your shelf and have it for a rainy day. Yay! That's it for me, folks. This is it. If you think I should do this again, let me know. Give me a like, give me a follow. I'd love it. I'm just all about encouraging people to do for themselves what they can. Encouraging people to get outside and get in the garden in the ways that they can, the ways that their bodies allow them to. Cook good food with what you grow and have fun doing it. And yeah, that's what I'm about. Put on some good music while you're cooking. That makes everything go by. Alrighty. It is hot in my kitchen. I'm going to make one more grilled cheese. I'm just saying it. I'm going to make one more grilled cheese. But thank you so much for keeping me company in the kitchen. I think you're great. If you try it, I hope you let me know. All right. I hope everybody has a really great rest of their evenings, and I will talk to you all real soon, okay? Love you, bye!